Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Sutek, and 7:56 p.m. on Friday, and I'm going ICO hunting. I'm just going through some of the upcoming ICOs because I'm trying to find something that has a good value, something that's undervalued, and something that solves a practical problem. A lot of the ICOs I've seen recently have not been very good. Okay, they've not been executed well. They've dropped in price after the ICO, which means that there's no point getting in on the ICO because you can just buy it cheap on the market. So this one looks kind of interesting. Cora, which helps money to be transferred to farmers through the blockchain. So Cora is being used, or going to be used, with farmers in Nigeria. That has a practical purpose, but if people download Electronium, they really won't need anything like this. So let's move on. Let's check this out. The steering. So what is this about? Goods and services for crypto. So this looks very similar, to Storica. Excuse me. So this really doesn't do much for me because we've seen so many similar ICOs. They have no working product. Oh wait, well, they have a demo. They have a demo, but not exactly a working product. Although, what does look interesting is you'll be able to run your ICO on here. So, we're going to be seeing a lot of those in the future. Websites that actually run the ICOs. Or, not run the ICOs, but host ICOs. So, different ICOs can be purchased through the same website. But again, there are similar ICOs like that out there already. Let's take a look at this. Decentralized security. Okay, so this might actually be something to look into. Digital security. a digital vault. All right, electronic health. This is dicey. All right, because HIPAA laws may not even allow this to happen, but this is something that I could look into and looks promising. However, there's no working product yet. All right, the alpha is not even out yet. So I really no longer like ICOs that do not have at least an alpha out yet. Because you want to see something in action. You want to see a working product. This one, I don't know. This is very, very, very dicey. I'm not even gonna bother. Lending block. Alright, this is much like Coin Loan or Salt, where you can actually loan people cryptocurrency. Although I actually like how this looks. This might actually end up being better. I know I'm going based on looks, and that's not enough. But I like how this looks. I like how it's cross-chain, and it has cross-chain interoperability. That's important. See, these are the type of lending platforms that will be will actually last, because all you're doing is making loans with crypto, and the other side agrees to the loan terms via smart contract, so there's no funny stuff. And this is also a way, if you trade and you want to, you don't have access to a margin account for whatever reason, and you want to borrow to trade, this is how you do it. Alright, so this one looks decent. So this is something I'd revisit. On live, I remember seeing this one a while ago. This one looked, this one was, I think it was pretty big. It looked pretty big. What is on live? On live platform revolutionizes both video broadcast and remote consultations markets, offers unlimited scalability, availability utilizing blockchain technology and a completely decentralized peer-to-peer network. Anyone can contribute to the system if they have the processing power and bandwidth. Smart incentivization of these contributions guarantees decentralization and creates a new economy driven by ONL tokens. So this gives people the opportunity to do Skype. I guess you could do Skype sessions, something like that, but you're able to pay through the website via blockchain, and then you could administer your service and get paid for it. The problem with these things is so many people who would be administering services via video are really not into crypto, or do not have crypto, or don't know how it works, and are not really interested. So I'm interested to see how the user base actually grows for this, as well as the seller base. I think Stream It is actually the same type of deal. I remember seeing this one. Unique peer-to-peer service for crypto, fiat money exchange completely independent and secure due to the use of smart contract architecture and the API of payment system. Market problems. There are significant prospects of a cryptocurrency market development. However, up to date, there's no honest entry into the cryptocurrency market with minimal commissions. The cryptocurrency market is highly volatile. It is a huge risk to create an exchange service with low commissions. In order to avoid such risks, companies add them to users' commissions or increase cryptocurrency exchange rate considerably. So it's basically a peer-to-peer sales system. There's so many like it out there. And as you can see, a lot of these ideas are just repeats. Alright, it's basically like, you know, Walmart versus Kmart type of thing, where they're really selling you the same thing with a different logo and different hook. So this one looks like a rental. I guess for rental properties, things like that. Might be popular with real estate investors who own, you know, maybe a couple apartment buildings, a couple of multifamily houses. And to be honest, something like this, if you own, you know, an investment property and you don't have enough properties to actually hire a property management company, then you have to go collect the money yourself. And sometimes it's hard to get the money out of people, and you have to go chase them down. They don't answer the door, things like that. So if you have a smart contract that's breached, it makes things a lot easier for you to, you know, in case you have to evict somebody or something like that. So that looks like it could be promising. Let's see what this is about. Uh, hmm. This looks a lot like co-vesting. Uh, this is something that has been done already. And I mean, it might be good. It might turn out better than co-vesting or some of the other ones, but there's going to be a lot of these copy trading things, and what we're going to find is that they're going to create so many walls in different exchanges because everybody's selling and buying at the same price, same levels, because people are just copying each other. It doesn't really interest me that much. Voila, AI. Let's see what this is about. First blockchain AI driven marketplace for dating, courtship, and marriage. That's I don't know if I want to do that on a blockchain website. Maybe if it's really towards more towards the lines of Backpage or Tinder, and if you look for escorts and you're into that type of thing, maybe this is pretty cool. Decentralized KYC. But why would you want to have a KYC on a dating app? I mean, unless you're really looking for dates and not for one night stands, I guess. But see, to me, some things work or go with blockchain and some things do not, just inherently. And dating might be one of those things. Not everything has to be on a blockchain, in my opinion. So this looks like an exchange, the world's most user-friendly way to buy and sell cryptocurrency. So this is basically an exchange. Uh, Looks interesting, but I don't know. I'm not really sure what issues it addresses. It doesn't seem very forward thinking. It doesn't break the mold in any way. Unlike the existing standard blockchain, it is composed of a chain of bots where machine learning, artificial intelligence enrich the network. As an open source project based on proof of involvement and integrity and proof of workflow consensus, it is well suited to transform existing business models. The underlying cryptocurrency is named Clausius. Hmm. Interesting. See, what I'm really looking for is something like a Square, you know, something that you can pay people who sell stuff at a farmer's market can use to accept crypto. You know what I mean? Something like that, like the payment processor for smartphone users. Unlocking the potential monetization. See, this stuff some of this stuff is far too technically advanced and nerdy for me to understand. See, this is something that I'm not comprehending. You know, generated data into revenue streams. Not sure what that means. So they have to do a better job of breaking this stuff down to investors, because you're looking for investors. You're not looking for other crypto people necessarily. Fan-controlled football team. Interesting. This looks interesting. Let's look at this. One more, guys. Because I don't want to be looking at these all day. RexPax is the world's first home online. Lend, borrow, and share items with your neighbors. They're fond of sharing files, video games, music, knowledge. They buy luxury goods less often than the past. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so this might be this might be something that could be very interesting. Rent out, get efficiently. See, this looks like it could be something, but if they're your neighbors, why don't you just go knock on the door and give it to them? I mean, it's really, if you're right next door to somebody, or they live in an apartment next door or across the hall, or the house right next to you, why do you need to even bother opening an app to lend it to them? Like, now to rent it to somebody, that makes sense. That you would put it on the app, because obviously there are terms and you want to keep track of the terms and actually get the money that you're owed. But I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make sense to loan stuff to your neighbors, but renting out stuff, that could be something that could be very, very, very valuable. Okay, verification, profiles, feedback. You chat with your neighbors. So I guess rent out your bike. Take advantage of your neighbor's services. So I guess the poorer people get, the more they will have to borrow stuff and rent stuff to their neighbors, I guess. Anyway, this one looks like it could be promising. Definitely looks like it could be something. You know, especially if you're in a big city, in New York, you know, London, Chicago, San Francisco, you know, Berlin, Johannesburg, wherever. This might be something that could be worthwhile. Anyway, guys, I just want to go through some ICOs, kind of share my process with you. And as you can see, there's a lot of ICOs, and then there's a lot of kind of repeats out there that are not really breaking the mold at all. But some of them, they have potential. Some of them have potential. So you just have to keep watching them. Guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow, and have a great Friday. Peace out.